shift, bass hit, neck snap, true talk, no fluff, heat rise, act up, snap tight, step clean, eyes lock, scene mean, just Jackson Guest. Feel that beat drop, chest pump, don't stop, just Jackson Guest. Here comes fire, here comes heat, no retreat, on this beat, just Jackson Guest. Shakalaka boom, 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 boom. Mind flip, spine stiff, word cut, gear shift, talk slick, move quick, clock tick, don't blink. Just Jackson Guest. Boom shakalaka boom, shakalaka boom. Just Jackson Guest. Boom shakalaka boom, shakalaka boom. More love with backbone, more safety, full grown, more respect when it's earned, more clients return, more stacks, more flow, more peace that we grow, more health in the grind, more wealth in the mind, more cheers from the crowd, more strong women loud, more worth that you feel, more power made real. Yeah, just Jackson Guest. Here comes fire, here comes heat, no retreat, on this beat, just Jackson Guest. Just Jackson Guest. Boom shakalaka boom, shakalaka boom. Boom shakalaka boom, hey boom boom. Boom shakalaka boom, hey boom boom. Boom shakalaka boom. Boom shakalaka boom, hey boom shakalaka boom, shakalaka boom, hey boom shakalaka boom, shakalaka boom. Hey boom shakalaka boom, boom shakalaka boom, shakalaka boom, hey boom shakalaka boom. Kick bounce, hi-hat, run, shoulders roll, sun up, baseline, waistline, heat rise, no decline. Just Jackson Guest. Boom shakalaka boom, 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 boom. More love with backbone, more sun, boom, boom, when it go, when the sun, more run, the turn, more stacks, more flow, more blast in the turn, more just don't feel more shit. More stacks in the cloud, more strong, more loud, more worth that you feel, more power they breathe.
Yeah, more drive, no style, more rise, stand tall, more force, no fear, more shit this year, yeah.
Just Jackson Guest.
Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka.
We did it. It is another Monday night. It is Just Jackson Guest. I am seeing some amazing humans in the comments already. So happy to be with you guys. So if this is your first time on Just Jackson Guest, I generally have 2 guests every night. And those guests are, first of all, they're always amazing because humans are meant to be amazing, right? And they all agree not to disrespect anybody on the show. So that makes them even better. But I want you to guess which of the guests are going to be first. We have 2. So if you saw the event page, you always see 2 pictures and it has a name. So we've either got Corine or we've got Rob. Who do you think is going to be first? So I want you to put that in the comments. And if you've never been to this show before, if it is your first time, if you came here just to watch one of the guests, put in first timer or tell us that it's your first time here, because this show happens every single Monday, always at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it is been going on for a year and 5 months. Yes, I count my fingers. Always I count with my fingers. It's kind of a thing. But guess what? You made it tonight. It is going to be great to have you here and let you be able to get to know humans. So part of my show is all about highlighting diverse people around the entire globe. So it could be people from my hometown. It could be people across the United States or anywhere globally. We have had people from, gosh, I think after last week, I think we're up to like 7 or 8 different countries that have actually been guests on here. And sometimes we talk about tough stuff. Sometimes it's really a fun show and we laugh all the time. Other times people disclose some pretty personal stuff. So there is always going to be a trigger warning to my shows because you never know where we're going to go with this. If you are struggling, if you are having sad thoughts or hurtful thoughts towards yourself, please always remember in the US and Canada, you can always dial 988 and that can get you connected with somebody immediately. Okay. So again, if you're here, thank you for being here. If you're watching the replay, we appreciate that too. I want you to guess, put it in the comments. Is it going to be Corine? Is it going to be Rob? Who do you think is going to be? And if you watch some of my other shows, or if you are somebody that's been in another show that Rob's been in, Do you think he even showed up tonight? Because what is he putting in that show? Late as always. We're going to figure that out in just a little bit. But I'm so glad to see you guys. We've got some great people. I see, King is in the house. I owe you a text. I promise it's coming. Bill Hobbs is in the house. Jason is here. Dr. Tanya. Leah's here. So glad you could make it. Bill, who made that incredible opening for me and has my outro too. Lisa, thank you for being here. You did amazing on Dr. Tanya's show today. Appreciate you guys so much. Josette made it. Yay, look at her go. Charles Phillips, thank you for being here. You used to never miss shows, but man, you're a busy guy these days. So it's really makes me happy to see that pop up for you. We have on YouTube, we have my dear friend Leigh on the show. She's at the Drone Girl. We have Yolanda's in the house. If you guys are interested in sharing this show, you can go back to the main event page and share it out. Get people knowing that this is a safe place to just chit chat, get to learn people, maybe connect with other people in the comments, because if they're willing to give up on Monday night after probably a long day, or maybe it's their Tuesday morning already, they're usually pretty good people. So feel free to let other people connect with you and get the show started. So have you put who you think is going first? Corine, Rob, Corine. I want to hear about it. If you were not here last week, we had 2 guests scheduled and one of them had to cancel at the very last minute. Most guests are, life happens. Most of these guests are super busy. They have a lot of stuff going on. So it's totally understandable. But last week was one of those shows that if you watched it, you might have for the very first time saw my face just, whoa. I don't get blown away often because if you know me, I have been a social worker for a whole bunch of time. And I work with people with all kinds of backgrounds in personal stories that they tell me. So I don't usually have a little bit of shock. But when he was sharing last week, it wasn't the direction he had talking about. And so if you want to get to know other people, if you want to talk about health, mental wellness, you want to talk about how men deserve to be supported, go back and watch last week's show, okay? So if you're watching on LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube, thank you for being here. We're going to get started in just a second, but make sure to let me know if it is your first time or not. But for those of you that have been watching me forever, do you notice I'm back in my normal space? Guys, I went 6 weeks without Wi-Fi at my apartment. So if you don't know, I got my Wi-Fi from my mom who lives next door. So I had to sit on my couch or my kitchen table. So I feel back like, oh my gosh, I'm actually back to where I do my show. So if you haven't noticed, that's okay. I noticed, okay? The cool thing about this is appearances don't mean anything. It's about what we talk about on the show, what you're putting in the comments, how you're supporting people and uplifting people. So I am ready to turn the mic over to my first guest. Are you ready? Did I even see anybody write a name in here? Because I tell you, I am looking and I'm looking. Oh, I see a Rob. Christy picked Rob. All right. Oh, William said Rob too. I like it. Oh, Leigh said Corine. Okay. A couple of people put some stuff out there. I appreciate that. Well, I am ready to let you know if you were the winner because my first guest is ready to come on stage. Here they come. Kinga was right. It's Corine. How are you, my dear?
Great. Oh. Hey, everybody.
So if you guys don't know, this is a powerhouse right in my home area. Okay. I go to her restaurant way too much, probably. But I love it. And I love getting to be able to see this beautiful human in person all the time. And I was like, you need to be on my show. People outside of our hometown need to know how amazing of a human you are. We're going to get into all that cool stuff and let you highlight all the cool things you do, my friend. But I always start the show off the same way. And I like to get guests kind of relaxed and get to know people as a person. So my very first question, if you're willing to share, tell us 2 things that you are proud of yourself for, something that you're very, happy that you did. You don't need to talk about your beautiful daughter and granddaughter, okay? Talk about what you have done, my dear, because you've done so many things.
Well, I'm proud that I opened up this restaurant. Trust me, the hardest thing in the world, but a little bit over 7 years now. I'm proud. That's my baby. That is my baby. It's hard work, but I'm proud that I did this, especially as a woman-owned business. Mm-hmm. So I'm very proud of that, and I'm proud that I'm taking self-care for myself because owning a business, you need that, and managing your family and all. So getting that self-care, it's hard to get in, but you got to make it happen.
Oh my gosh, you are so right. But girl, your restaurant isn't just something that you should be proud of. Our entire community should be proud of it. You are bringing food that some of us had never had before. You are bringing food that just comforts the soul, lifts us up, gives us energy, and just sparkles all over our taste buds
Mhm.
because you do it all. Not just soul food, you do the best desserts. You do just about anything under the sun. Meatloaf, so many meats I can't eat, but all your chicken stuff and your fish, ooh, ooh, love it so
Yeah,
much.
and then with us being a soul food restaurant, I don't want people to think we only specialize in soul food because we don't. We do everything. Whatever you request is what we do. So it was cool to do the event. What was it? Soar and Sparkle, Sparkle and Soar.
Yes, yes.
That was cool because they wanted to spotlight, what I do more than just soul food. So I thought that was cool, so people can see that I do everything.
So if you are in our local area, she also does catering. So when she's saying she was at an event, I think I actually posted on LinkedIn and I know I posted on Facebook too. We had this women's conference. So it was like for women that are thinking about owning a business, starting a business, that already run a business, whether it's their private business or a nonprofit, to get together to learn and to really support each other. And she was our lunch caterer. And I posted the picture of your cupcake. So those of you that saw the picture today or the other day when I posted it, I said, does anybody want to guess what flavor this is? Did anybody ever guess right? Oh, it's my favorite. Like her bread or banana pudding is my absolute favorite, but her strawberry lemonade pie or cake.
Hey,
Ah, ah. And she turned it into a cupcake for that event the other day, which was
mhm.
so shocking because I've never seen it other than in the square size. So
So
seeing the
many people
circle was
were happy. Oh, they
whole
were so
different
happy
size.
to see that.
It was so good. It was so good. So good. So I know you said you're working on something else. Did you technically say what it was you were proud of though after your restaurant, or did I just take over talking too much?
No, I just was saying that I'm also proud that I can take care of myself. Because
Mm,
as business owners, we forget about ourselves. And we need that self. It took for somebody else to tell me that you have to take out time for yourself. Because
mhm.
you can get, it causes stress, health issues if you don't. And that's what was going on with me until I started taking that self-care. So now I care a lot about me outside of that restaurant. So
So huge. But you do so much more. You care about the whole community.
I care
Just
about
in
everybody.
just in June, she did a completely free picnic, so much food and DJ and a band and a whole bunch of
Car
vendors,
show. Yes,
RC
everything.
cards for the kids, all the things. And on Thanksgiving, what do you do?
And a Thanksgiving, I do a free Thanksgiving dinner for 2 hours. And my goal every year is 1,000. Every year we've gotten close. I think last year we did 957 meals. So, and this is in 2 hours. I think 423 of them were delivered to homes. Then you can come around to the drive-through. You get a ticket, get however many you need, or you can come inside and eat in. That's how we do that in 2 hours. So this year I gotta get them other 43. I gotta get 1,000 served.
Okay, good to know.
And we do Halloween too for the kids for 3 hours. We
That's
give out free
right.
food and card. Can't put our
Do the food too on Halloween? How did I
Mhm.
not know this?
Yep, we
Girl,
start an hour before trick or treating, and we go all the way through the end for the kids.
oh my gosh, I love that so much.
Yeah.
You are getting so many people wanting to taste your food. They're like, "Did you bring some to share tonight? What we gonna get for food?" I love it so much. You do so much, and like you were just saying, taking care of yourself is huge, and I'm proud of you for that. And I am going to up that a little bit and say, do it more, okay? Because
Mhm.
you deserve it, and you're doing so much for the community and your family on top of everything else. So I love that so much. So no
Yeah.
matter that you're the successful business owner and everybody knows your name in town, basically, what is something you're willing to share that you're still learning or growing in yourself?
I'm still learning and growing. Oh, if you was one of my employees, you would know behind the scenes how rough it is to work with me. Nobody ever sees it, but they always say, you don't know what to do. You don't know. But I'm trying to work a little better with them and stop straining them. Because that is something that's rough when you got to think about how you're going to run a restaurant, manage your
Mhm.
employees, think about home, take time out for yourself, pay your bills. It's a load. So it's like sometimes I'll explode and I'll be like, look, y'all got to get with it. Do this, do that. I think I got to work a little better talking to them. But they used to me, but somebody else coming in not used to me. So I always tell people when I hire them, it ain't the job you got to deal with. I think you got to try to learn how to deal with me. That's what I tell people. So I'm still working on me. I'm still working on me, Jackie.
So I love that so much. I think you froze up. I don't know if I froze up or not, but I want to tell you that the first step to getting employees to actually understand that is acknowledging it. So thank you for taking accountability to that. You're not just selling shoes or chips out of a bag. You also have that pressure of making sure everything is sanitary and making sure things are cooked correctly. The right order side, that customer side, are they going to show up and their food's not going to be ready? You do a lot of takeout and a lot of the catering and stuff. And it's like some of that stuff has to be coordinated by times. You tell people, oh, it'll be ready for pickup then. And it's got to be an immense amount of stress that unless they are in the kitchen with you, plus they're paying the bills, plus they're doing your own personal life, they just don't understand what you got going on. So I love that you acknowledge it.
And people don't realize I actually cook all that food myself. And if I let somebody else cook it, I try to teach them, but they can't always get it. But a customer can tell if I didn't do it. So I try my best to make sure only I do it. And you know, you asked me what I was proud of. Another big thing I'm proud of is that I'm able to do the senior meals at our restaurant. So to offer $5 meals to any seniors 60 and up, and just to see their faces light up, girl, they come and eat every day. I don't think they cook. They come every single day. So to have those senior meals in and see how it's warming their hearts, it warmed my heart. So I'm so proud to have that program in my restaurant.
You are actually a trailblazer because I've never heard of this program in any other city. So maybe it is, but a lot of times if you're a senior and you have some kind of an income guideline or anything, sometimes there are special senior meals, a luncheon here and there. Maybe you can get a bucket of food going through a drive-through line at a parking lot giveaway or something. This is a program that she is working with the local agency to actually give real restaurant amazing food. $5.
Yeah. $5. And I believe we're the only restaurant actually doing it through Age Well. I believe, and it's my actual menu. I was surprised when they allowed that. I was like, you sure? I season my food. And they was like, yeah. And I was like, well, what about the candy yams? I said, it's a lot of sugar and butter. She said, yeah, you can have them. I said, okay. So my seniors, they love it. I love that I can do it too. So.
Yeah, I love it so much. I try really hard when I have friends in town to bring them to your restaurant. You know that you've got to see different people I've brought in. I had 2 friends up last weekend, so not the weekend we just had, but the weekend before, and we were going to go, but they are both on health kicks right now. And I'm like, girls, I'm probably going to need to go to her place by myself because I'm not going to want you to hold back and you're going to see all the good stuff and go crazy. So we were going to get there, but then they had to leave early on Sunday. So I was going to take them and we were going to split a dessert. But next time they come, they're coming too. Yeah. So many cool things that you do. And you admitted what you're growing in, which is huge because a lot of people think once you get to business owner level, life is just chill. You got your shingle out, everything just comes together, but there's constant new changes and all this stuff. And so if you're listening tonight and you have not been to her restaurant and you come to Michigan, even if you're the other side of the state, it is worth the drive. Okay. If you are local and you still have not been to her restaurant, I don't know what you're waiting for because it has everything under the sun and you will not be disappointed. Wow. You can sit inside. I eat by myself. I'll meet up with friends. I'll take stuff home. Sometimes it really depends on what the vibe is and what life is like. But you're missing out if you don't try a local restaurant. This woman is literally cooking real food and amazing desserts all the time. And it's something that you just can't get the same quality going through a drive-through like McDonald's or something like that. Yeah, I said that. So if you could travel one place right now, no worries about the business. It's going to be fine with you gone. You may take the daughter or granddaughter. You might go all by yourself. Where would you go right now?
I want to go to Jamaica. I really want to go to Jamaica. But then they had the hurricane. Yeah, so we had to cancel our trip. So now I say I want to go to Aruba. So we're supposed to go to Aruba in December, so because I cannot wait. I'm ready to go.
Oh, you
And I
just
do not answer calls or texts. I don't nothing.
oh.
When we're
So
away, we're away.
I need to learn from you from that, because that is something that I'm really
You have to, or you're gonna start worrying like, oh my God, what's wrong? This I don't take their calls. They know don't even call me. Don't call me unless it's burning down. Don't call me. It's all about me. I don't want to think about business or anything. So
I love
just get
that.
out and enjoy yourself and get away. I
I
love
love.
traveling.
So if y'all are listening right now and you don't have money or vacation time to take a vacation, at least mentally take a vacation. Turn that cell phone off. Don't feel like you're got to hustle 24 hours a day. Give yourself that break that she's talking about, because we do have those stress loads, and some of us have different ways our bodies respond to stress, and sometimes we think that it's good and everything is going to be great if I just have to hustle and not sleep and answer all those calls. And
Yeah.
other times our bodies decide to shut down on us and said, you're not slowing down, I'm going to slow down for you.
And Mondays are 100% self-care for me. So if I answer my phone and they start talking business, I'll be like, I'm sorry, I don't do business on a Monday. And I don't be rude. I mean, if they text me, I don't even open the text till the next day. So, I mean, Mondays is all about me. If I just want to lounge in my bed, that's what I'm going to do. So,
Oh, nice. So you have a lady that almost has your same name, different spelling. She's got an extra R. That is in Jamaica. So look right there. She said, "Come on down."
I am so ready. Oh, is it back full up? I was like, shoot, maybe I got to give him one more year.
I think it depends on where you go. So I think there's still some places that still have a lot of damage, but I think a lot of places are starting to rebuild too. So I
Yeah, I
know
want to
that
go to Montego Bay.
she says open for business. Oh, for a year now. So we're doing really good. Well, thank you for being in the comments and being able to hear that our Corine wants to go there too. So I have not been there my son is 22, so probably 20 years exactly. So I need to get myself back there as well. Okay, it's time now for you to take over. What do you want to talk about? I know I kind of digressed a little bit because I know you so well, but what do you want to share with people, whether it's about you personally, about some type of stuff about opening a business, why you decided to want to even do a business, especially when as hard as all the food. It's not just a restaurant. It's the bakery. It is also the catering. That's technically 3 businesses in one, my dear.
Yeah, it's a lot, especially when you have a small crew. People think we have a big crew. I only have 5 people on my crew, and I have a few people that just come and help me with all my caterings. But it's really hard staffing, and it's at first I thought it was just us until I talked to other business owners. No, it's everywhere. It's like nobody wants to work, and I'm like, $15 plus, come on, and you get tips. Come and work. I mean, I don't know. We're working on the hiring part, but I love everything I do because I love to be able to take care of the schools, the young people. So like tomorrow we're catering for the Big Reds. I do one of their tour days every year on us because you got what 99 players. I think with coaches is 110. We take out our time and we go and feed them. It means a lot to me because young people got to know that we out here in the community, we for them, first of all. And that's another thing about the Thanksgiving. People always say, can I bring the kids? Yes, because that's the only way they're going to learn how to give back. Bring them. Let them volunteer. We got to be the ones to teach and start so they can keep doing it when we're gone. So I love doing the business. I love traveling. I love going to the beach. I love spending time with my granddaughter and my daughter. And I always forget. I don't forget, excuse me. I do not forget. But those of you don't know, y'all hear me talk so much about my daughter and granddaughter, but I also have his son. He just is not.
Where did that come from?
He's my baby. He's 34. But he lives in Huntsville, Alabama. He's no longer in Michigan. He got married and left us. So I seem to always talk about the grandbaby and her mom because they're right here with me all the time. So.
And I love seeing all the pictures you post when you're traveling for her different events and stuff like that. That's amazing.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize food is what brings everybody together. It's the number one thing that brings everybody together. I don't care what you do, but when you cook, it brings everybody together. And that's sort of like what my mission is at the restaurant. I want people to know we're a hub. Nope, I don't charge you to come in and use my restaurant. If you want to have your meetings or host your gatherings, that's what we're there for. We got the food. It's going to bring everybody together.
Mhm.
Everybody, no matter what you're doing.
Oh, I love that. You've let me bring my book club there. We have done a vendor table for my day job, making sure people knew about us. And, that's something that not everybody is welcoming to people like that. It's always like, well, you got to pay so much before you can. Well, I'm always going to buy food there because I love it. But, it's not going to be like something like where you feel like you're being looked at if you're sitting there for a little longer than after your food's gone or something like that. And I always appreciate that. Both your staff and your customers are always so respectful in your restaurant. And I adore that because I know you said it's hard to get employees. So sometimes, they might have to wait a little longer because you're not just having stuff pulling out right off of a heat lamp. I mean, you're actually cooking the food and people can get cranky waiting. I mean, it's just a way they are, but I don't see that in your restaurant. And I think that is central to the culture that you've created. Even though you said your staff get to see the other side of you, you make it welcoming. You do the community events, which is so cool. And I think people really feel that and they come to you not just to get a meal, but to get some of that peace and that comfort. So did you envision that when you started your restaurant? Because you started in the mall, right?
Yep, started in the mall. I wanted to see if people really wanted it. And it was crazy because when we first opened, I wasn't. I thought I was ready. I wasn't. And the line that was in the mall to come for us, and then we were still trying to get how much to cook out, trying to see how many people to work. I mean, it was all a learning process. We used too much labor, but I didn't know. I was trying to learn. We was cooking, overcooking or undercooking. We was messing up. We didn't know. It was just it was like a boom. I was like, people really wanted this. So I was like, okay, let me sit back and reevaluate and figure this out. So we figured it out and everybody wanted it. And when we got this other location, I was like, oh my God, such a blessing. So we did 3.5 years at the mall. We closed it, opened up right after that over on Broadway. And we've been in there for over 3.5 years now. So it's just a blessing.
That's a blessing. I think there's a statistic of I don't know how many new businesses go out of business within the first year. I mean, in being able to say that you've started it in 2 locations is something that some people can't even imagine ever doing a brick and mortar business. So a lot of the people that are watching the show tonight and a lot of people I talk to that are business owners are pretty heavy on LinkedIn, and most of them do their work as a service. It's you do it online, you do it over phone calls. It's not, hey, I have to actually pay for an office and keep it clean and make sure that everybody shows up to help and do all this stuff. And I kind of wonder, when you were a little girl, did you ever envision this? Did you expect to have a restaurant of your own? Did you hope to be in the food business?
I did not. I hated when my grandmother made me at 11 years old go in there and make caramel frost. I hated it. I wanted to be outside. And I did not want to be a cook growing up. I wanted to be a nurse. I never wanted to be a cook. And she taught me everything. So I took what she blessed me with, what God blessed her with. She blessed me, and I get to bless others. So, yeah, I never wanted to be a cook, though. Trust me. And
Girl,
people
I
call
have
me
no
a
idea.
chef. I say I'm not a chef. I'm just a cook. I'm giving you what your grandmother would have gave you and your mama. That is what I'm doing from pure love in my heart.
Oh, I love that so much. So I don't cook and I don't bake, and you definitely don't want to try it if I do. So that's one of the reasons you see me so often. And I would never have guessed that you didn't want to do this your whole life.
Nope. And you probably notice that every time I do something, I bring a lot of small business in, home vendors. I focus on home vendors because that's how I started. And the best products come out of the homes.
Because were you doing your bakery stuff before you opened the
Yep,
business?
I was doing it from home. Yep, for years. I was working at home at full-time and overtime and at home baking. I don't know how I did it, but I did it.
I don't
So,
either.
yep, I focus. I try to help people who who's out there trying to start the same way I started. So
I love that so much. So if you guys are on Facebook, you can follow her business page. It's Corine's, and it's with one R. Corine's Soul Food Cakes and Catering. I did it in the right order, right?
yes, you did.
I say it enough. I should remember, right? My dear friend Bill is sitting over in Nebraska and probably salivating, wishing he could have some of your food. He wants to know what your signature dish is.
I would have said the cracked chicken, but I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna say the cornbread dressing
Oh.
because it's something we can never keep. And nonstop, everybody wants dressing, and I'd be like, "Well, I cannot make it. We make our own chicken broth. We don't buy store-bought broth." So people don't get that. I like it from the way my grandmother did, where you make everything homemade on your own. I don't go out to the store and buy chicken broth. We use our own chicken broth off of our baked chicken. But I think that would be our number one, and then I would say the cracked chicken.
That is so cool. My friend Chris is in the house. She has been to your restaurant with me before. We actually celebrated at your 5-year anniversary. We were there,
Yes.
pictures and everything. Cornbread dressing. Yes, that's exactly what she said. So my favorite goes back and forth. I mean, other than your wonderful desserts, is your cracked chicken, your fried catfish, or your macaroni and cheese. Because I'm not going to lie, I've had macaroni and cheese at basically every single soul food restaurant I've ever been to. And the amount of butter and grease in it, it takes away from the yumminess. And yours does not do that. Yours is, I mean, it's tasty. You know there's flavor in there, and you know she's using her butter. But it is not like just a pile of soup when you put it on a plate. It's actually like, oh, this is amazing. So I love that. So I really thought your catfish was going to be your signature dish when you said that.
We do sell a lot of catfish. Oh my gosh. And we don't sell small pieces. So you get big 7 to 9 ounce fillets. So it is popular. I would say, because we can never keep the dressing and it goes like that, I would say dressing, the chicken, then the fish. I don't know. It could be the fish, then the chicken. I don't know. All of it is popular. Everything goes. Everything.
Well, all I know is if you have not been to West Michigan, you have not been to her restaurant, you have not visited Michigan at all, you are missing out, especially this time of the year. So if you have been trying to figure out a family vacation, check me out. I will be able to give you the perfect itinerary, and we will go join you at Corine's, because I never need an excuse to go there, but when I get one, it makes it even better. So I will take you there. You'll celebrate. And if you don't have Thanksgiving plans, get yourself up here. You can have a Thanksgiving meal. You can be one of her extra 43 people she's counting on this year, right?
Yes.
Or was it 53?
Yes.
My dear friend, anything else you wanted to leave the guests with? Anything you were hoping to share before you exit?
I just want everybody to know how much I appreciate them for their support, because without them, it wouldn't be no me. So me and my staff appreciate everybody, me and my family. And I'm a down to earth girl. Trust me. Down to earth girl. Be a little shy. Jackie said I'm not, but
She's not.
but I love everybody and I thank them.
Girl, I appreciate you more than you probably realize. And we are going to have that girl time we keep talking about, but you're in one direction, I'm in another direction. We are going to slow it down one of these days and be there. And if there's anything I can do to help you with your Halloween or your Thanksgiving event, you know, I'm just a call away too. Okay. Thank you so much for coming on here. If you guys were watching just for Corine, I encourage you to stay for our next guest. He's going to be a hoot too. But if you have not supported her restaurant, you get there. Okay. Thank you, my friend.
All right. Love you.
Love you. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hungry now. I'm really hungry. You know what I had for dinner? I had some leftover deli turkey and a slice of cheese, 2 roll-ups. That's it. No bread, no wrap, no nothing. And now we've been talking about her fried chicken and her fried fish and her banana pudding. And I'm like, okay, I could use some of that. Okay. If you have never tried soul food, if you've never tried catfish, you're missing out, except you got to get it from the right restaurant, because sometimes it's really thick and rubbery, or they're super tiny pieces that they charge you $1 million for. Hers is just amazing, and I can never eat it all. I take it home. It actually tastes good warmed up. It's crazy. You would think fish wouldn't be good warmed up, but it's not bad at all. It actually tastes like it's right there. So You just got to meet one of my actual real life friends. I'm so glad that I can show you people that I actually know in real life. People are always welcome to reach out if they want to be on the show, if they're interested in being a guest. You can be somebody I know, somebody I've never even talked to, but somebody that has a passion to be on this show. You want to just make people laugh. You want to maybe look for a job. You want to highlight your book. You want to highlight a business. You want to talk about something that's near and dear to your heart, something that's important to you. Just reach out and we can get you scheduled to be a guest. I might have, I think maybe 2 more nights in October. Otherwise, we're scheduling into November. So reach out soon. I don't chase anybody to be on this show, but I do try to encourage people to come on here to use their voice and show what the world looks like when you get to know people that maybe you would have never crossed paths with. Maybe they don't live in your hometown. Maybe they speak a different language. Maybe they were raised in a different country. Maybe they worship a different way. When you get to bring those people right in front of you, it just makes the world better. It makes it so cool. So I am ready to bring up our next guest. A lot of you guys picked Rob as the first one for tonight, but it was my dear friend Corine. I always try to let them pick who needs to go first or what's best. And she's just like, I want to get it out of the way. And I'm like, but you're not nervous. It's so cute. But I'm ready to bring Rob up. Are you guys ready? If you have not met him yet, you are in for a treat. Here he comes. Hello.
Hello.
How are you doing? I can hear you
Good.
and I can see you and you were on time. And Bill, guess what? Not only was he on time, he was before me.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe it was Bill William Rochelle's show that we first met each other in the comment section. Is that correct, or was it somewhere else?
It definitely could have been. Like we run in the same circles, I think. So it could have been any number of them. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's I don't get to a lot of.
He's cool though.
He is pretty cool, and he made a pretty cool intro and outro for me too, wasn't he? I love it. So I got to see you for the very first time tonight. Like tonight.
Oh,
like,
do I look good?
You look great. You look great. I even said it earlier.
I don't care. I'm already married. It doesn't matter.
You were, we've been in so many shows together. They're usually like the evening shows because I don't always get to the daytime shows. You're a guest on a lot of shows. And for some reason, I've never caught one while you were on video. So when you were backstage, it was the first time we've actually had this real conversation. So I'm excited to get to know you different than just in the comment section. And I know a lot of people are here for that too. So are you ready for my first question?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So I know you said you have a beautiful family and all the good stuff, but we want to focus on 2 things that you're proud of yourself for, things you've accomplished, things you've done, things you've mastered, whatever you want to give yourself credit for.
Oh gosh, mastered. I've mastered nothing. I would say first thing so we can't do kids or.
No, because we know you're proud of them. Nah.
Okay. I won a championship in college. With my team. And I guess the other one was going to be my kids, but now I got to pivot. Owning my own home.
That's huge.
I guess would be the next one. Because when you're paying rent, you're just paying somebody else's mortgage.
Well, and some people don't ever see themselves being able to own their own house, or some people think it's so far away. And I love that you acknowledge that. And I love that you wanted to acknowledge your kids too, because they're a part of our life and they make a difference. But it's important for us to recognize good stuff we've done too, because so many times we give our kids credit, we give our employees credit, we give our spouses credit, we give our mom and dad credit or something, but we don't always give that credit to ourselves. And it's so important for our brains to say, yeah, look at me go, or I did this back then, or hey, I accomplished that and nobody else even knew about it or something. So tell us about what that championship actually was in college, if you don't mind.
We won the conference it was 2012, I think 2011, somewhere around there. We won our conference. We were 1AA, so I'm not fancy, but it was 5 years of work because I redshirted to get to that point.
So Gregory knows I don't sport. So are you talking football or is it a different sport?
Do I look like I played soccer? Yes, it was football.
Okay. Because I'm like, red shirt. Is that in every sport or just football?
Oh, it's every sport. Yep.
Oh, that's so cool. I didn't know that about you. So good for you. Did you go to a local school or did you actually have to go out of state?
Uh, I went from Colorado to Des Moines, Iowa,
Okay.
on scholarship. Yeah.
Congratulations. See, that's something you mastered too. I never got a scholarship like that. That's pretty cool stuff. So not only were you an athlete, you were an athlete that was willing to travel out of state, and not everybody's willing to do that either. So thank you for sharing that. I just got to learn a couple new things about you.
Well, all of my buddies went to University of, what do you call it? I call it Boulder, CU, Colorado University. That's where I grew up. And I was just like, I need to find something new. I want to meet new people. I want to help new people. And it ain't going to happen, within 30 minutes of my house.
Oh, I love that. There are so many people that do not want to get away more than 30 minutes from their house. So it blows my mind. But some people have that comfort that if they travel too far, it's going to be scary. There are going to be people that don't know them, or it might be dangerous, or they've heard these crazy things on the news that other places are more dangerous than their place. You getting out of that town probably made such a difference in your life, because
Definitely. Yeah.
I bet you can't imagine what life would be like right now if you would have not went away.
Well, you essentially start over, right? Like you have to put the effort out to meet new people. And that's, kind of my thing, right? Like I reach out to people, I talk to people. But like you literally know no one. And in the college football landscape, it's everybody was the best person at their high school. Like, I almost swore, sorry.
You did good. You have made it 6 minutes without swearing. I love it.
But it's like big fish, small pond kind of deal. It's like, oh yeah, you were all state. So was I at a bigger state. Like it's that kind of, I don't know, readjustment because I was cool in high school. Which,
And you just blended once you got there, didn't you?
Oh yeah. No, it took me, and I'm a slow burn as far as my personality goes. So it took me 2 years to get friends even on the team.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm weird. And I get that. Like my brain works differently than most folks, I suppose.
I love that you even recognize that about yourself, though, because I've never heard somebody say my personality is a slow burn.
It is.
I think a lot of us are, especially with people that aren't comfortable enough with themselves to want to get to know somebody that has a different personality than them. Sometimes that's really on them and not you. Thank you for sharing that. So if you don't mind, would you now share something that you are growing in or working on yourself, something that you do want to do differently or learn more?
I need to start reading more. I don't read much. I think the last book I read was The Alchemist, which I would recommend, although it's kind of a mind F.
Good job holding that in.
I would say the other thing is I need to exercise more, and I'm working on that. I'm walking. I did both my knees in college. I did both ankles. I did a shoulder. I have six broken fingers. Do you want me to show you? I got a part.
Nope. I'm really good not seeing anything.
Have you seen it before?
I'm
gonna do it.
Okay, do it. How have I not known that? And that's just been like that since you were in college?
Yep. I have no ligaments in that finger.
So does
the
it
other
hurt?
one? No, I can't even feel it. That's the other one.
I didn't know that was a thing for a body to ever do. So you had all these surgeries, all these breaks, and you still kept playing?
Yep.
You just get fixed and jump right back in.
I didn't get fixed. I waited till the end of it.
Oh,
So I had knee braces, I had a shoulder harness, I had a cast on this hand, I had ankle braces.
did your
It was
coaches
my
try to get you to
no,
get fixed?
no, no. It's like, can you run? Can you tackle?
Are you
Okay,
breathing? You can play.
get out there.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's the way it was. It's not like, you know,
So Rob is giving a clear example of the opposite of what Corine talked about with self-care.
yeah.
But it
No,
is
I'm not gonna.
it's
Yeah.
important for us to recognize at whatever age we are that our health is one of the absolute most important things that we don't always think about until we do get broken or until we have a mental health crisis, until we see maybe a loved one in extreme pain or having a physical ailment. And I love that you're kind of joking about it, but I also love that one of your goals is to take care of yourself and do things like reading for your brain and exercising for your body, because we don't need you hurt anymore. I think you've paid enough in the surgery bills and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we're good on that. I'm like I said, I walk, and pretty much
So
outside of that, it's like small weights.
So is this a term you ever heard from your coach that David said, rub some dirt on it? Is that a way to?
I've heard way worse, but yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So let's talk about travel. Cause when I started this show, I travel is my therapy. I tend to travel by myself a lot. I haven't traveled anywhere since October, and that was because of my kidney journey and everything. And so I actually have a
Right.
vacation coming up for the first time in just under a year. It'll be just under a year. So I always started this show to try to learn from other people. Where is their dream vacation? What is the reason they picked that place and all the things? So if you could go somewhere right now, no broken bones, whether the family's with you or not, whether it's for work or not, where would you just escape to right now? Where would you want to go?
Well, first of all, I'm not bringing the kids because that would be a freaking nightmare. Um, but I would go to Italy because I've never been. I've been
Okay.
to Africa. I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to, well, everybody's been to Mexico for a wedding or something, but um, Italy would be,
Your top.
yeah.
I think if I went back and watched all my shows and I wrote down all the countries, I'm pretty sure Italy is the top choice.
Well, my lineage is from Sicily.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That is really cool. We had a guest, gosh, maybe just a month ago that was born in Sicily. So I think that's super cool. We have Mr. Gregory wants to know, were you offense or defense?
I was D line. Depending on the set, I was either a D end or a D tackle, and it was mostly pass rushing because I had quick twitch.
Okay. Which I like me some football, but I only like to watch it in person. I don't like to just watch it at a TV, but I don't usually know what's the D or the O or the anything. Just go get them.
We
Go get
were we were the guys doing this,
automatically,
this.
like no
Yeah.
matter what. Okay.
Like once the ball was snapped, we were hitting each other in the face. It's probably why I have CTE. Joke. Sorry.
So, but what you're saying is huge because we've talked about this on the show before, is that what happens when we're younger can impact our future. And
Oh,
it is
yeah.
things like sports. Some people don't realize, but one of the very number one reasons, I think it's people under, I, I want to say it's under 18, it might be under 20. The number one reason, or is it number two? Number one reason that kids get addicted to drugs are usually sports injuries. Sports injuries
Ooh,
or their wisdom teeth getting taken out.
I got a story for that, and I won't say where I went or any names, but we would go on a plane. Say we're playing South Dakota,
Okay.
and once we were done, we would get back on the plane, and they would hand out opioids like candy. And I took them. Like I'm guilty of it. But
Yeah.
like everybody, they went down literally the aisle. It's like, hey, do you want one? You need one? You want one? And it
And you
and
were
this
still
was
a
the
baby back then, when you think about
yeah, I was early. Well, I may not have been
it.
20, but
Yeah.
but that's commonplace in college, not just college football,
Yeah.
but college sports. Like, and I've had four dudes that were either teammates or buddies die from that because it moves from opioid like pills,
Hmm. To hurt
and
herself.
then
Hmm.
heroin's cheaper, I would
Hmm.
assume. I've never done it, but and
Yeah.
then they start mainlining, and then 2 years later they're dead.
Hmm. It is something that I know enough people don't talk about it. A lot of people think anybody that has any kind of an addiction for drugs or something like that have to be a broken person or somebody over there or somebody so
Mhm.
different than me. It is literally anybody. And when you're talking about kids that get their wisdom teeth out, kids that are getting opioids given to them after a football game. This is real deal stuff. And our brains are wired sometimes a little differently. Like sometimes people will get sick if they take one kind of a prescription medication, even if it's meant for them because of their illness, where other people, they don't feel anything until they have it in their system for a while. And it's like, you don't know if you're going to be that person that gets hooked that very first time, and your life is going to change if you can't stop that. So thank you for sharing that. It kind of makes me a little icky in my tummy thinking about that and thinking how much it probably still goes on. But I do appreciate that you were willing to talk about it and acknowledge it. But I want to give you a couple minutes to kind of talk about your business, or what other thoughts do you want to share with people that are in the audience or watching this on the replay?
Oh, I don't have much. I support Dad Good, obviously. That,
But a lot of people
that's
don't know what that is. You want to share a little bit?
okay. So that's a support group for dads to commiserate and talk to each other and talk through things like mental illness or depression or raising kids or relationship issues. Or for me, I've been through a divorce, so people hit me up for that quite a bit. Like, hey, how did you handle this? Um, I think we've got about 5,000 members at this point, and that's not. I don't think that's counting anything outside of LinkedIn or Insta.
Wow.
But a bunch of good dudes that are just trying to help each other, really. No girls allowed, sorry. Um, but it's been an awesome um, an awesome thing that I just fell into. Like somebody invited me. So I said there was 5,000 members. I was the 81st.
That's amazing.
Um, and then I talked enough to where they kind of put me in leadership. Um, but it's a good deal. It's all love. It's
That's
helping
huge.
each other. It's helping each other and dick jokes, basically.
The coolest thing about that is that men are always talked about their emotions and being able to talk about tough stuff. They have no problem talking to each other about that football stuff we were just doing, or maybe how much they hate their job, or, this girl is she, whatever. We don't always hear men talking about the tough stuff and the things that literally can make or break your life and can make or break your mental health. And then sometimes your physical health. It can make or break whether you have a relationship with your kids or you don't get to see them. Makes or breaks a relationship on if you're going to do something that is considered criminal and get you taken away from everybody. Men, and I'm going to say this, and I want to thank you right now for you and the 5,000 that are doing it, but men need to start using their voice in different ways. So we know men are supposed to be leaders and they're supposed to do this and talk about this. We need them to use their voice in a different way. And I promise the world's going to change for the better. So thank you for what you're doing already with that. I love that. Now
No problem.
talk about your job, because you're accepting clients, right?
I am. I ghostwrite. Um, despite how I seem on the screen, I'm actually a pretty good writer. I'm not a good orator at
You're
all.
doing great.
I just try to put myself out there to raise awareness. I've got a personal LinkedIn. I ghostwrite for 4 or 5 different companies right now, but could take on more. My wife is awesome and kills it, so it affords me to some degree to, do the contract work. Um, and I mean, outside of that, like I'm a stay-at-home dad.
I love that. That is so cool. Thank you for not saying I'm just a stay-at-home dad, because that word just needs to get out of our dictionary too. So yes, you're a stay-at-home dad. Yes, you're a ghostwriter. Yes, you do side work and contract work. You're pretty amazing. You're pretty amazing. And I hope you understand that and the impact that you're having on other people by sometimes being silly in the shows. But when I mean, even last week, showing up in what you were writing to our guest in the comment, I mean, that's legit stuff. You're not somebody that shows up just to say, hey, I'm here, and you get out of here. You're actually listening, you're engaging, and you're supporting people. And you've kind of done a couple little things where it's like, yeah, I do this, or I don't do this, or something like this. But I hope you know the value in yourself, Rob. Um,
Mhm.
you're
I,
making
I don't
strides.
I don't lack confidence. That's not me. I'm good with that.
I kind of thought so, but I really hope you realize the impact that you're trickling out to, okay? Because it's good stuff. So, anything else you want to leave with the group? Anything that you really wanted to talk about while you were on stage tonight?
Um, no, I mean, you could hit me up on LinkedIn if you want to. If you don't, I don't really care. Yeah, I mean, if you need ghostwriting, I can do that, but I don't think this is the audience for that necessarily.
You never
I'm
know.
funny on there, and I'm a nice guy. So
I love that. And you will probably be joining Mr. William Rochelle's show in just a few minutes and his wind down. You're usually there. And if you're not on LinkedIn, you can go to YouTube and find some of these shows that are going on. Rob is a guest often. Someday maybe he'll do his own show. And if you do, make sure you start inviting me to that, because I appreciate getting to know you more, and I appreciate what I've seen
mhm,
you do to support other people. So thank you very much for being a guest tonight.
absolutely.
I'll see you later. Bye.
Later.
I love humans. I love getting to see how different we are, not just on the outside, but how we talk, how we process, how we look at life, how we have been kind of like involved in other people's worlds, or how life has impacted us, or how we're impacting life, because you matter. You are impacting the world. And whether you're owning your own business, whether you're doing work on contract basis, whether you're seeking employment right now, you matter, you're worthy. And the world wants you to be happy and healthy and safe. And there's a lot of that not totally happening right now. So find your people, find your support people, whether it's coming to an event like this and making sure that you get to know the people that are making positive comments, whether it is going to therapy, whether it is changing who you spend time with in person. If you don't feel supported by your friends group, or your family causes you a lot of that stress, where can you go? Do you want to start a support group? Are there already support groups out there? How can you find what helps you elevate yourself? Because your brain doesn't want to be sad and angry and stressed all the time. Your brain wants to be excited and learning and growing. And that's why I always challenge people, even if they're people that have all these doctorate degrees and they've written all these books and everything, what are you doing to still learn? Rob said he wants to read more books. Well, guess what? Your brain wants you to read more books, whether it's physically picking up a book, whether it's scrolling on your phone, reading a book on one of the ebooks, whether it's listening to a book. Your brain wants knowledge. It wants to learn all the time. So I'm super excited that he actually talked about that, because a lot of times we don't think of that as something that is a need, and it is. And if reading isn't your thing, find different audio things, find different ways you can attend an event to learn something, because your brain wants to learn. It doesn't need to pay for that learning. There's so much free stuff out there, like these events that are going on all the time. So if you have an event and I have not been in your show, in the comments, if it's during the daytime, I can't usually do that because of my day job, but make sure that you're inviting me. There are so many shows now, and I'm noticing a lot of people don't invite people to shows anymore. So it's hard if it doesn't show up in my phone. I might be so distracted or working on a side gig or something that I just might not see it. So I want to say that because I appreciate those people that keep coming to the show, those that are new and say they're coming back, those that have been guests and still come back and show up. I want to be able to support you as much as possible too. So make sure that you're inviting me and letting me know how things are going. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to invite you every single Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Got some really cool guys that are going to be on the show next week. Like I said, I'm almost booked through October. So if you want to get on that screen, please do it. And Wishful Wednesday is coming back. We are this next week, Wednesday, the last Wednesday in August. So that'd be the 26th next week, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. My dear Damian Kinsey and I will be back on stage. If you've never heard the term Wishful Wednesday is all about saying your wishes, dreams, hopes to the world. So you can do it either silently, you can do it in the comment section, or you can join us right on stage, camera on, camera off, whatever works for you, because sometimes we don't talk about the things we want to do, and then it just becomes another thing we don't do, right? Even though in our heart we're like called to do this, or we've thought about doing this, sometimes when we say it out loud, or sometimes we need wishes, maybe we're hurting inside, maybe our dog needs some prayers or something, whatever your thought is on a wish, a dream, or support, we want to make sure that you have that. So make sure to follow us and make sure that you find your support, people. You deserve it. And we want you to know your value. And that's something that, again, sometimes we forget. So I'm going to encourage you to take a minute, whether you're doing it while I'm keeping talking, while my music starts playing in a second, or while you're ready to head off to bed, start your day, whatever your plan is. I really want you to give yourself some credit. Remind yourself how awesome you are. Remind yourself you deserve to be as supported and happy as every other human out there. I will see you back here next week, Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Take care of yourself. Go check out Bill Rochelle's show in just a minute after you listen to my outro, because we be jamming. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. You could have been anywhere else, but you chose Just Jacks and Guests. Jackie Hallberg has left the building. The category is prison reform. Prison reform. The category is diversity. The category is women's rights. Thank you for joining. We appreciate your company. Thank you for coming through. Just Jacks and Guests. The category is equal rights. The category is inclusivity. The category is second chances. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate your company.